Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP for another Chain of Command battle report. Cole's back again, and we're going to be doing Guadalcanal. So he will be running the USMC, and I will be playing the Japanese defenders. So we will be playing Attack and Defend, Scenario 3 from the rulebook. So we'll be playing long table edges. The Japanese will be defending this table edge. And I can deploy, I believe, 12 or 18 from my edge. All my patrol markers have to be within 12 of each other. And then Marines will deploy along that edge. They will also get D6 free moves, both starting out with 4 patrol markers. Support-wise, 2d6, the attacker will roll 2d6, and he'll get that many, and I will get half of that. But your force rating is -1, -0, so you're actually going to get 1 extra support on top of whatever you roll. So why don't you go ahead and just roll that now. 7. Okay, so I get 3, and you get 8. So that will do it. Go ahead and check out the forces. Here we have the Japanese defense. So we got the platoon leader, platoon sergeant, 3 line squads, sergeant with rifle, 3-man LMG team. The blue base is the 3rd guy for the LMG, and 5 rifles. And we also have a knee mortar squad with 4 knee mortars with 2 crew, and a sergeant with the rifle. Here we have the Marine attackers. So we have a lieutenant and a platoon sergeant with carbines, 3 line squads, 1 sergeant with rifle, BAR, and 6 riflemen. No teams in this organization, just the type D platoon. So it's sort of like the Japanese platoon, just a bunch of guys in 1 team. And we have a BAR squad with 2 BARs and 5 rifles and a sergeant with rifle. So one of the things about this platoon, they don't have Garands, they have Springfields. So all the rules the Garands have, you won't get them, or Cole won't get them, but he can buy per squad, spend 1 point per squad to give them Garands. So that'll do it for the forces. We will go ahead and do the patrol phase. Patrol phase complete. So go over the jump off points. I got one in the building, got one behind that building, I got one behind the wall. Cole has 2 right there, and then 1 over there in the jungle. Force morale wise, I rolled a 6, so I got a 11, and Cole got a 5, so he's got a force morale of 10. And the higher force morale gets to go first in this one, so I think that's about it. So go ahead and get started with the first Japanese phase. Alright, opening phase, Japanese. 2 5s, I'll take it. And no pregame barrage. Okay. 2 1s and a 2. Let me think about it. Combined a 1 and a 2 to make a 3 and brought in 1 squad over here. So, and that's all I'm going to do. So, Marines.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you can bring in a lot of stuff there. And a chain of command point. So the Marines have brought in 3 squads and their lieutenant, who put that squad on Overwatch. Another squad there, another squad up that jump off point over there. So there we have it. So on to the Japanese phase. Alright, I can pretty much bring everything in now almost. Alright, so I brought in a squad here, and one of my spore points I bought a entrenchment. Also brought in the knee mortar squad. So we are going to fire onto that squad there. So 11 shots from this squad. Needing 5s and 6s. What do you got here? 2, 3, 4 hits. Okay. So you can roll them all together because it's all one squad. So 1 dead and
1 shock.
3 shock because you're in the open.
3 shock.
Yep, threes are shock on in the open. I know we don't we don't spend a lot of time in the open, so we don't see that very much. But all right, you gonna fire back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 8 from the rifle.
So you lost 1 guy. 3. The BAR fires 3 shots. Is that your? Oh, and one of his squads he did buy Garans for. Spent the point. Oh, it's that squad there with the green base on the BAR. There we go, firing back from Overwatch. 1, 2. 2 hits. 1 point of shock. Okay. No leader dead yet? I'm surprised. Seemed like you have a knack for knocking out leaders. So I'm going to fire my knee mortar squad now at that same target. I don't have direct line of sight, so I'm hitting on 5s or 6s. So I got 4 knee mortars. So that's 8 shots. Needing 5s or 6s. Ooh, 4 hits. And you are in the open. Roll over here. Ooh, 2 dead and 2 shock. Check your leader. Nope. 2 dead and 2 shock. Yep, I think that's it. So that squad's taking a beating already.
2 shock?
Yeah.
That was 1 shock. 2 dead, 1 shock.
I think it was 2 dead and 2 shocks. Yeah, 2 4s and a 6 and a 5, I believe. And we'll go on now to the Marines. Alright, double phase. Hey, look at that. Here we go again. I'm fine with that. I just don't want my leaders to keep getting hit again. So double phase for the Marines, and you wound up with a 2-2 and a 4. So with the senior leader is going to remove some shock. He's also going to fire with that squad. You can see these guys and that squad, everything onto the guys in hard cover. Needing 5s and 6s.
4.
4. Okay. What squad was that?
The bar section.
Over. That'd be the bar squad, alright. So 4 guys. 1 dead. Oh god. Here we go. Thank you. So I'll just take 1 guy out. Alright. Next. 3 hits. Nothing. Ah, the hard cover, I love it.
Okay.
And next phase. Another double phase. And 2 5s. And a 3.
Okay.
That squad just moved up out of the line of fire from these guys, so another phase. No double phase this time. Of course that would have been, he wouldn't have got it either way. So you're up to 4 chain of command points already. And he wound up with a 2, a 3, and a 4. He brought a squad in, his last squad. That's the squad with the Garans. And a senior leader, his platoon sergeant as well. And then he's going to fire with them, and he's going to use the Marine Special Rule, which is basically machine gun bear. He adds command initiative to the firing dice.
Not much.
3 hits. So it's back on these dudes. Nothing. Oh, that hard cover. And that's it, right?
Yep.
Alright. I need to get some shooting in. 2 chain of command dice. I'll take it. 4 and 2 3s. I brought in another squad in with their entrenchment here. And we do have line of sight to them with like this group here, the machine gun, and like these two guys can see. So 3 I did that. 4 I took a shock off with the senior leader. I'm gonna have both these squads fire. And I got a 3 left over, which I'm not gonna do anything with. So do some shooting. Alright, 7 guys, 7 shots I can fire from both of these squads.
Okay.
Onto that squad there. So here we go. 2 hits.
Shock.
Shock. And the next group. 3 hits. Here we go.
Come on, bamboo.
Oof.
I thought it was going to be 3 6s.
Oh man. Nope, just a dead guy. Alright, and then the knee mortar squad will fire at that same unit. In 5s and 6s. 2 hits in the open. A dead and a shock. So check your leader. Come on, be a leader for me once. Yes. He just loses a command initiative. So roll a bad thing. That's probably -1. So he's down a command initiative. And probably -1 on the bad things happen table. Junior leader wounded.
Yeah, -1.
Okay, so you're down to 9. And it is your phase. Not another double phase, thankfully. But not a bad roll. You can do pretty much everything with those 2 4s. The squad has moved 2d6. They only made it to there. The other squad did an end around the jungle. He also brought in one of his other support, which is that machine gun, which is technically it's being used as the M1919, not the 17. So get 8 shots, and then he also took off all the shock he had with the 2 senior leaders. So firing at the guys over here. So 3 again. Oh, my luck can't hold out forever. Oh boy, a dead. Whew. Not the leader. Thank God. Every other game we played, I would have had 2 dead leaders by now. And that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
So back to the Japanese. Another chain of command point. And I can work with that. Alright, with the 2 and a 1, I made a 3, put them on Overwatch. And with the 4, I'm going to have both of these squads fire at the M1919. So I can see with the machine gun, so I got 6 shots on the machine gun. 1 hit. Now that's only the 3-man crew version, the little machine gun. Whoa.
That's nice.
He's dead. Missed the table. No, nothing. Alright then. Knee mortars. Ooh, 4 hits. And reduced cover by 1, so you are back in the open. 1 dead. That's it.
Little dice. Little dice.
And that's it for me.
Marine Corps.
Bunch of 5s. So you're up to a chain of command dice now. And 2 and a 3 is all you got left. So all he was able to do, these 2 squads moved up. So they're there. Now we go to the Japanese. I don't know if I want a double phase really at this point. It would be nice, but 4, okay. 4, 4, 3, 3, 1. So I had 1 entrenchment left. I brought it in with the senior leader. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I brought it in anyway. And then I moved these guys over 1d6. They got a good roll, so they're over here now. And they're going to fire onto that squad, but they're going to get soft cover because I'm firing through this less than 4-inch piece of terrain here. So needing 5s and 6s. 1 hit. Nothing. This squad's going to fire back at the machine gun. Same deal. 5 shots. 1 hit. Pointing shock. And I will fire the knee mortars at them.
And none that are out of ammo. I believe at least.
And only 1, so not a very good round of shooting that time, that's for sure. Ooh. Dead. So you're down to 1 guy with 1 shock, huh?
Yep.
And that is it. So yeah, I'm not sure about the knee mortars. It doesn't say they run out of ammo. It only mentions that they can fire 1 smoke and then they run out, but it doesn't say anything about limited ammo for them. But that might have changed in an FAQ or something somewhere, I don't know. Alright, so 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 4, and then another chain of command dice. Senior leader has removed a shock. He's going to order them to fire, and then he's moved himself out. Dangerous. You're out there on your own. I could target him if I can see him. And then he's moved both of these squads up, and then he's going to fire at reduced effect with the 1-man machine gun team.
Back at those.
Getting 5 shots. Ooh. 3 hits again, huh? Right.
He's inspired now by the loss.
Oh man, another dead guy. Man, I'm losing a lot. I'm just getting them picked off, like, slowly but surely here. Lost 3 men. Alright.
These guys crept up.
Oh yeah. Those guys moved up tactically there. So on to the Japanese phase. Alright. Take that. And a couple 4s is always good. Senior leader, put them on Overwatch. Over here, the senior leader ordered the knee mortars to reload. They're right next to the thing. So they'll be able to fire again next phase. And he's going to order the machine gun to fire on his machine gun. So 5 shots. And none.
Marine phase.
Man. Alright. I need those knee mortars.
2 3s and a 2 and a 5.
So you can't move your senior leader.
No.
His senior leader's in a little bit of a dicey situation as he's separated, trying to cross that open ground. So anyway, see what he does with 2 3s and a 2. This squad moved up. They tried to move 1d6. They had the Garands, so they're going to move up 1d6 fire full effect, but they got a 1. So they barely inched up, literally 1 inch, and then these guys tried to book it across the road and only made it to there. And that was it for the Marines. Move on to the... Now, a double phase right now would be very helpful. No. So that's a 4 and a 2. With the 2, I'm going to have this squad fire, and I just realized I had Overwatch. I could have sprung it, but I already rolled my command dice, so I could have had 2 shots out on my screwed up. So here we go.
6.
Is that 5 hits? Not too bad. Yeah, having that extra set of shots would have been nice. Man, 4 shock and a dead. It's not the leader. But that 4 shock is going to slow you down. Then over here, I'll have the machine gun fire at his machine gun again. 2 hits. Boom, he's dead. So a real bad thing for losing the support. Probably nothing. Maybe a 1. Support unit lost.
-1.
Okay, so you're down to 8. And 4, 6. And knee mortars. Reloaded now. So I will fire at these guys in 5s and 6s. 3 hits. Unlimited range on those knee mortars, by the way. 1 point of shock. And that is it for the Japanese. And he's still got about 4 points of support out there, so I don't know what he has. So another chain of command point, and you wind up with a 2, a 3, and a 4. This squad decided to advance to the rear. I took one shock off, moved them back, 3d6, and then the lieutenant moved up and then took the shock off again, so there they are. These guys moved up 1d6 with the Garans, and they're going to fire at full effect on these this squad here.
4 hits.
4 hits. 1 point of shock. Oh man, I forgot how good this hardcover was. Take it more often.
That's it.
So back to the Japanese. 2 more. Wow. And no 4. No 4. Alright, 3 and a 2. So without a 4 I can't do what I want as much as I wanted, but I am going to fire this squad and the knee mortar squad at these guys. So here we go. Is that 4? 4 hits. And 1 dead and a shock. Not the leader. And then the knee mortars, 2, 4, 6, 8. Come on. Nice. Yeah, 4 hits. In the open. So 2 shock. Alright. And that's it for me. I wanted to do more, but I couldn't. So I'm going to keep track of the knee mortar. So I fired 2 times. And you had a 1, 3, 4, and a 4. Over here, this squad with 3 removed a shock and they're going to fire. And over here, you removed a couple shock with the senior leader. Over here, the senior leader has moved both squads up 1d6 to fire at half effect. But I'm going to spring my Overwatch first on the squad on the right. What? 3 hits. Actually, you can split them up because they're next to each other. So
2 on the left and 1 on the right.
Okay.
So shock.
1 shock. Dead.
Okay.
Alright.
So
And then the shooting, so
3 from this squad.
1 hit. But who are you shooting at?
These guys. They're all shooting at those guys.
Okay. Nothing.
These guys. Nothing.
Nothing, alright. This squad here.
Rifle grenade. Then the regular fire. Nothing. Okay. Regular fire.
1.
1.
Wow. Oh man. I'll probably lose my senior leader. Right, no, you're shooting at. Well, I do have a senior leader over there, don't I? Nothing. Alright. Withstood that one. Oh, and he also brought in his last support, the 81mm mortar spotter. There he is, right there. He's got line of sight over there. So, anyway, he's already contacted the battery. So here we go with the Japanese phase. Man, I could use a double phase right about now. So, 2 4s, that's what I'm looking for there, and a 1. So senior leaders are going to do their job now. So start over here, he took the shock off. Actually, I'm not going to take the shock off, because I had to move. So I had to move to get them in range of them. So I'll leave the shock on, and then he'll move and order both squads to fire. So this squad first, at those guys. 3 hits. 1 dead. Oh, it's the leader. See what happens to him. Lost a command initiative. Actually, didn't he lose? Which one of these lost the command initiative last time? Do you remember? One of them lost a command initiative over there.
Those guys, I think.
Alright.
I don't remember.
Let's roll for it. On a 4 up, it's them. On a less than 4, it's them. So it's them. He's dead. He lost both his command initiatives.
Man.
So bad thing. 3 leader killed. Junior leader killed. -1. Okay, next will be this squad here. Firing over there at the squad on the right. 4 hits. So you can split them up. Two shock. Ooh, 2 dead. Well, and it's the leader. See what happens to him. Leader on that squad on the right. Actually, your senior leader's there, so knocked out. So let's see if it's senior leader on a 4+. Yeah, senior leader knocked out. So now you're suffering what I usually go through here. So roll a bad thing. Senior leader wounded. Oof, that's got to be a -2. I think that's the highest, -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're down to
5.
Not looking good. So that senior leader is knocked out. Okay, over here, this squad. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and then actually 9 for the senior leader, or the senior leader's rifle. So that's going on the squad on the left.
Who's shooting?
The squad here.
Oh.
So 3 more. Oh, you can split them up. So 1 shot. And the knee mortars, I guess, will fire onto your observer crew. So all the knee mortars onto the 81mm mortar spotter. 4 hits. Yep. Alright, here we go. 3 shock. So they're not quite pinned. So they're going to be able to fire. Assuming you get a 1. And that's it. So that's 3rd time the knee mortar's fired. Yeah, so that was 2 leaders taken out. Well, 1 wounded. 1 killed. So next phase for the double phase. No 1s though. So this squad, leaderless, they're going to fire on a 2. And over here, this squad, I believe, on the left there, is going to remove the shock and will fire. So starting over here.
3 hits.
3 hits on these guys here. Nothing. Other squad. 1 hit onto these guys.
Yep.
Nothing.
Alright, next phase.
Man. Alright, next phase. That was a 1. Okay. 1 and 2 2s and a 3. And so the 4, the senior leader here. Well, you were going to move up, right?
Yeah, so
move them up. You can move 2d6. He's just going to try to get them up with this squad here to take over. So he's going to move up there, order them to move, and order them to fire. And then with the 1, he's going to call in a ranging shot with the battery. And then with the last 3, he's going to order that squad on the right to fire.
it's a ranging shot.
Needing an 8. No, 6. So check the chart, see what happens here. It might actually land in a better spot. So the shot drifted 9 inches that way. His targeting point was here, so it went off the table. So we have to call another ranging shot in. And now the shooting. So we got over here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots. Well, 10 shots if you count the senior leader. Of course, he just moved 2d6. So 9 shots, -1 because of the 2 shock. So 8 shots.
These guys are gonna move.
Oh yeah, those guys are going to move
1d6.
tactical or?
No, I'm seeing if I can move far enough up to still shoot it, but I have effect. So
First shot will be this squad onto the squad over here. 3 hits again. This seems to be your So just all in them. Nothing. Man, that hard cover is
So 1,
pretty
2,
sweet.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
11?
8, 11.
Yeah, BAR plus 8 rifles. No, 9, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, okay. So 11 shots, yeah, I'm sorry. Can't do math. I added, what, 3 and a 2 and called it a 4 earlier. Alright then, here we go. Oh man, that's a lot of hits there. How many?
7.
Alright, on to the squad by the house. 1 dead and a shock. Let's check the leader. Oh god. He is the leader. He's lost a command initiative. So, bad thing? On a 1, no, that's nothing. So I had 1 dead and a shock, right?
Yeah.
So the leader's hit, so I don't lose anyone.
Okay.
I just lose the command initiative, and then I gain a shock. Anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay, let's go into the Japanese phase. Not a double phase. One of these days. Got a 4 though. Oh, I got 2 4s. Perfect. The Lieutenant Tanaka. You know, I never did go over what our objective was in this mission. The objective is to force your enemy to flee the board with 0 or voluntarily. And the Japanese have a rule where they can never leave. Even if they reach 0, they're always act as if they're having 1. So you have to literally kill them down to the last man to get them off the board. But to win, you have to force your opponent to leave the field. And you have to keep your force morale at 3 or higher. So anyway, Tanaka took a shock. He's going to order both squads to fire. Sergeant No Name here is going to order both of these squads to fire. So this will be the last shot for my knee mortars till they have to reload. So we'll start over here. So this squad into, I guess I can't see them, but I'll fire on those guys. 5, 6 hits. And I can't see the other squad, so you can't split them up. They all have to go onto that squad on the left. And soft cover. 2 dead and a shock. Okay, this squad is going to fire full effect at the squad on the right. 2 hits. You can split them up. So 1 dead on the right and on the left. Oh man, this is getting ugly. So it's not a leader, but do lose a man. Over here, this squad, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 8 shots on the squad on the left. 1 hit. Oh man, another 6. It's not looking good. Okay, and then my knee mortar squad. I'm going to fire 3 HE. I'm going to actually do them. Okay, I'm going to fire one at a time. Can I do that?
I don't think so.
I want to fire at those guys. I'm half tempted to just drop a smoke in front of them, make them move. Oh man. Or I could fire all my HE and try and take him out. He's got 3. If he's pinned, we're saying he can't call it in if he's pinned. So I'm just going to shoot at. I'm just going to shoot all my HE at him. So that's 8. Actually, I'm going to fire 3 HEs and 1 smoke. Now I'll just do all HEs. So if I don't, it'll be too hard to keep track of the ammo. So here we go. 2 hits in the open. 1 shock, so they're pinned. Cool, so they're down. They can't do anything now. and I'm out of ammo, and that's it. So Marines phase, and time for the Marines. Alright, double phase. So the platoon sergeant ordered these guys to move up. The BAR squad, they did. They moved up 2 inches, and they're going to fire at half effect. He also removed a shock from the squad on the left, and they're going to fire everything onto these guys. So 3 total hits. 1 point of shock. Man, these hard covers are doing it for me. So what else you got?
That's it. Can't do anything else.
Alright. So do you want to end the turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to use his chain of command to end the turn. So then that leader now will get back up.
And they're still pinned.
And those guys are still pinned. We don't know. We're guessing you can't call in a barrage if you're pinned because, well, I mean, it's they're already good enough, but there's got to be some negative for being pinned. So two fours again. So Tanaka took the shock off this squad. He's going to order both squads to fire. So far, no name. Platoon sergeant has ordered the NEAM orders to reload and for this squad to fire. So we'll start over here. This squad onto the guys. Go to the guy at the BAR squad on the right. 3.
Guys on the right. Guys on the left.
Just 1 point of shock, and the guys on the left, or your left, my right. Now this squad here is going to fire at the squad on the right. Only 2.
All right.
Shock.
And then left.
Shock. And then this squad here, what do I have? I always forget. 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. 8 shots onto the left squad over there, and it's 3 hits. Shock. And a 5 was another shock. And that's it. So go on to the double phase. What's going on there? So the senior leader over here got up, has ordered these 2 squads to fire, and everything onto these guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Small squad first.
So 3. Alright. Oh, 1 dead. Not the leader. And the next squad, what do you got? 3 more?
Yeah.
Oh, another dead. And a shock. Not the leader.
2
Alright
dead.
then. So 2 dead and a shock. So I got 2 shock now.
And
Then the BAR squad
3,
over here is going to fire
6.
these guys. And you got 3 shocks, so -1 shot.
Come on, kids. 4.
Alright then. 4 on Tanaka's squad there. Oh boy.
And a shock.
So a dead and a shock. Not Tanaka though. And you got double phase, right?
Yep.
Alright. Not another double phase, luckily for me.
I fire at those guys though.
Okay, so these senior leader took 1 shock. He's ordering both squads to fire. One on the left firing at them, the other one firing at them. 1 hits. 2 hits.
So 1 on that guy and
1 on them.
3 on those.
Nothing. And 3 on these guys. Oh god, another dead. Not the leader. Starting to take some casualties here. Slowly getting picked off.
And
then all these guys are going to shoot next.
yeah. And 1 grand squad.
Everything onto those guys.
Reroll.
Reroll ones. One hit. Alright. Nothing.
First time I remember the rule, it does nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a lot of hits. 5 hits. Ooh, 2 dead. Uh-oh, it's the leader. So on a high, it's the senior leader. It is the senior leader. See what happens to him. He's knocked out. So he's knocked out. Bad thing. On 2, senior leader wounded. I lost 1 extra guy. So I'll just take this dude.
Down to 10.
I'm down to 10. Alright, is that it?
Yeah.
Alright, I need a double phase. I don't get double phases anymore. I used to always get double phases.
You keep talking about it, that's why.
Now I never get them. So I got, well, I can't use 2 4s anymore since my junior leader got wounded. I can use that one, that one. Alright, so don't have my Tanaka anymore. So with the 2, these guys are going to fire over here onto the squad on the left. It's at 4 hits onto the left squad there.
2.
2 shot. And dead on the right. It's not the leader. So 2 shock on those guys. How many guys do they have now?
4.
So there's 4. How many shock do they have?
3. 1 more.
2 more.
2 more.
4 are killed. So this squad is going to fire onto the squad on the left over there. Oh man, 5 hits. So 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Actually, you can do it however you want. So you're not in the open.
3.
Oh, 2 dead. So what are they down? Just a junior leader now, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean section wiped out? Or does the junior leader count as the part of that section?
I think what we found out in the Mediterranean game, he runs independently, or you can incorporate him into another squad.
So you did lose a section then?
Yeah.
So bad thing. Ooh, 1. It's gotta be -1.
Yeah.
Okay. And over here, my leaders. So these guys, 5, 6,
Right,
7,
so
8.
I'm gonna remove them all and then just put a regular guy over here.
All right. So this squad is gonna fire. Shoot, can I even see? I can still see you. So he's gonna fire at those guys there. Actually, that'd be hard cover, right? Because I'm shooting through this, this, and this. Before I was only shooting through 2. So actually, these guys. So I could see with 5 shots onto your. I'm gonna shoot at your observer with the machine gun. So just 5 shots. 3 hits. Get those guys to break. Dead in a shock. So you got 5 and 2. Yeah, they broke.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus 6. You run back. Yeah, they're off the board. So team breaks. Bad thing. Ooh, a 6. It's got to be.
They're gonna withdraw.
-2.
I'll withdraw.
You're pulling off the board.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not moving up anywhere now.
The Japanese have held this village here. So we'll be back to wrap it up. Alright, so Japanese victory. Finally, I beat Cole. What is this? You beat me 3 times in a row. I beat you now, finally. Thanks to the knee mortars, which are an amazing unit. A good equalizer against all the firepower they have, but those knee mortars are dangerous. So
Yeah.
I'll nominate them as my MVP. Do you have an MVP? And then you guys really did a whole lot.
No. Well, that squad, I think they were the MVP before they disintegrated and integrated into that squad. They held up for a while, taking heavy casualties.
They did.
And
So you base your MVP on who took the most casualties. All right then.
I don't know. No, not in that way. They took the most casualties and they dished it out pretty good against those guys across the board. But it wasn't enough to break it.
No, it was. This hardcover is. You know, for a long time I haven't. When I have just a few, it's like I never take the. But it's like, why wouldn't I take entrenchments more often. I mean, look at how much difference it made. I still took quite a few kills, but it would have been a hell of a lot worse if I wasn't in hard cover. So I think the mistake you made was not bringing in your spotter sooner. Or did you not roll a 1 that whole time? I don't remember.
I didn't roll a 1 at all.
Oh man, so that's, yeah, because even if he would have called it in, I had 2 chain of command dice I could have ended the turn on.
Well, if I'd done it earlier, it might have been good, but I thought my machine gun would pay a little better in helping, but the way my jump off points were set, it was not good.
Yeah, I think you're, like you said, if you had just everything over here and just stayed as a group, because splitting up like that, not sure if that was a good idea or not.
I think it would have worked if I had my junior leader or my senior leader make it across when he was supposed to, because those 2 turns where he wasn't able to get across made it so it just kind of swung in your favor just slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, because really you had 2 on 1 here, so technically you could have won that fight, and then you had even odds. Well, the equalizer was those knee motors. Wherever I wanted them to go, wherever the heat was the worst, so I just sent those knee motors. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Japanese victory.
I think in hindsight, I should have just brought the 75mm half track.
Yeah, I would have had no answer for that. There would have been nothing I could do about that.
No, that's not true. You have knee mortars, it's open top, so...
Yeah.
And
well, I could have fired at you with my machine guns too and driven you off, but... Anyway, so...
Yeah, that never works out for you.
I don't think we've ever tried it, have we? I think the last game I wanted to try it, but you never got close enough for me to do it, because you got to be in close range.
Oh, yeah,
but if it was going to work, it would be against a half track. So, anyway, it's a good game, so we'll see you next time for the next battle report.